boy. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, isopods, and any other fleshy beings that happen to come across this video. And welcome back to the IsoPodcast. I'm the best person on the podcast, Gage, the vocalist for the band Bird. Official Bird, that's the channel you're on currently. Bird is our band, and you're on the channel that we made specifically for the band Bird called Official Bird, watching the IsoPodcast on Official Bird. And I am here with...
Me.
I'm William. Oh my god. I hate you, Sean. Kill yourself.
Go.
Okay, I'm going. Shut up. Hey, I'm William Smooth Jazz Miller. I'm the saxophone. I'm the saxophonist, part-time guitarist for the guitar. I'm not actually the saxophonist, but I would like to call me. I do bar mitzvahs.
I am Sean, also known as Steen, also known as Dretz. I'm the drummer.
Hi, people. I'm Ben, that roadie. I also play some other random obscure instruments.
You play the fluter. You're the fluter.
Yeah, I play the flute. Yeah.
I just want to say how disgusting sparkling water is.
I just want to say how much I panicked.
Angry water.
Like, you didn't give me a countdown in the intro. You're just like, I'm like, all right, tell me when you're recording. And then immediately after that, you're like, I'm recording. I'm like, boy!
Literally, you can start at any time when I'm recording. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Calm down, boy.
I'm sorry.
It'll be okay.
Deep inhale.
When I popped my drink open, the liquids inside went all over my computer screen.
I think William's crack was the crispiest.
Yeah, definitely.
I opened mine super fast. It was like
There was like I let all three stages sink in. You know, the stage where it's like, and then the stage where it's, and then the stage where it's, you know.
no, there's the, and then there's the like the pop that like, and then it like sizzles. It's like, and that's a successful opening of a can.
Yes.
Except not Red Bull. Red Bull is more like.
Disgusting.
Nasty.
Alright, boys.
All right, let's get into this.
I believe Ben had a story, didn't he?
Yeah, Ben is gonna be a
I have
productive member.
Actually, okay. I had a story, but it ties in with dreams, so I think we should discuss whatever William wanted to discuss about dreams first.
Well,
Okay.
You start
kick us
talking
off.
about- Yeah, kick us off.
Okay, so dreams, they're things.
Wait,
that we
guys.
have
Wait, one
at
second.
night.
Sean, can you edit out the next 15 minutes? Because I have to pee like nothing else.
Okay. Yep. Can do. Definitely.
Wait, what?
Definitely gonna edit this out.
Are you just,
Oh,
do you want to
yeah.
pause it or are you just gonna edit it out?
Yeah.
Don't pause it yet.
Okay.
Hey, Sean,
Yes.
are penguins birds?
Well, listen here, boy. Let me tell you a story. Penguins are, in fact, sort of, kind of, not maybe, sort of, little bit, kind of, maybe birds.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Wrong.
That was 15 minutes.
No, I meant to say like 15 seconds. God, Ben.
Did you like literally? Did you even leave the studio? Did you like mute yourself, turn around, just pee on the floor, and then turn back? Like that was fast. That was really fast.
I didn't leave the studio. I peed in the bathroom.
All right.
Okay.
Let me guess.
Sure.
You want me to edit
So
that
dreams,
picture?
dreams, go.
Dreams. All right. So I'm gonna kick off dreams with a story about a dream that I had. I had a dream. So basically, I was with all the characters from The Office, you know, the show The Office, and we were on a train that was owned by our school. And
Whoa, hold
Hey.
up, hold up.
Bleep
You
that
just-
out, Sean.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
Ben,
okay.
you just doxed us, dude. Oh my god.
Boy, you're actually gonna
No.
get our
What?
school swatted.
No, like, names are fine, but, like, that literally could give away our address, dude. You just
Yeah.
doxed us.
Okay.
Sean is gonna bleep that out. You just said it again, Ben.
Like-
What the hell?
Isn't there like infinite?
What?
Alright, I'm
I feel
keeping
like
this
there's
in. I'm
many
keeping
of
this in, but I'm gonna bleep that out. Got it? Okay. Cool
Okay,
beans.
you
I'm
just
sorry.
don't give Sean more editing. He has it
No.
hard enough.
No last names or
Okay.
anything like that.
All right.
School districts.
Hello, my name
Anyway.
is
Matthew
Steve
McConaughey.
Smith. I live in 1234 Street in town McCity, and I am on the planet Earth.
I hope you understand.
Please
You
come to my
understand that
house and
there's
murder me.
probably, like- there's probably like 100 across the
Boy.
country.
That doesn't matter. No. Ben!
What is wrong with you?
You're being obnoxious. Like at this point, the amount of times you said it, Sean's just like, oh good, another eggplant. like he's like, oh my god, dude, stop saying it. Yes, there's
Alright,
probably like
I'll stop.
100 different ones, but still, they can
All right,
still
I'm
find
done. Okay.
Listen, every time you say
Okay.
that, it's another slave I have to buy to do my videos, okay?
Okay, wait,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Ben, this
I'm
is a
done.
lot. This is I have to explain something to you. They already know where we live since we said that we lived close to the settings of certain video games. And so they're like, "Oh, where's this around?" And then they murder us.
Yeah, like they just have to be like, well, they just have to cross-reference a little bit, and they probably have like our name, our address, our social security number, all through like little clues we provided in the
Yeah.
podcast.
Awesome.
My
Well,
my, just in
you're
case you
welcome.
need them, my mother's maiden name was, my mother's maiden name is Shaniqua. My first dog's name was Rex.
And my social security number is
My dad's credit card number is hold on, let me grab his thing real quick. Anyways, sorry for the tangent. Ben, can you tell her your story without revealing our very location?
Yes. So, yeah. So our train broke down near William's house, obviously, and we were surviving in this big cave that was also near William's house instead of just going into his house. And it was getting dark, and Dwight from the office built a roller coaster out of Skittles. And the roller coaster went through the cave and it got derailed, and we fell into a chasm. And we fell into this mostly closed off, perfectly carved out square stone room. And it was lit by torches. This room was Pam's house, obviously, Dwight speculated, and it was dark out. We were not afraid. The only people on the roller coaster at the time were Dwight, some guy named Christian Weishaupt, and me. The roller coaster exploded into a bunch of giant Skittles when it fell into the room, and I ate them Skittles. And yeah, in this room, there are a couple corner shelves in each corner, and Dwight had a big red dodgeball, and he suggested we play a game. So I took off my glasses, and Dwight said that we should play a game called Hitter. Climb onto the shelf, he said, so I did, and he tried to hit me with the dodgeball, and he did. And then we played this game for a while, and once when I tried to hit him with the ball, I wasn't wearing my glasses, so I took Christian's glasses, and eventually we got bored, and so we just walked out of the cave that we couldn't walk out before. We were back at William's house, and then we got on the train and drove away. And
Well,
I now realize that that wasn't as great of a story as I thought it was going to be.
Did you like
Okay.
read this off a script or
Something.
something? Did you write this down?
Yeah, I wrote this
Um,
down because you have
hey,
to remember.
Because I have
Hey,
a
what
story
about-
that
You can't read.
I have a dream that I wrote down as well. It's very
Ben,
weird, but it's
Ben,
not worth
what
telling.
about the part where he took your NyQuil and hid it in a test?
Well, that was a different thing. That was in real life, not in a dream.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
Dwight took my NyQuil and hid
Okay.
it in a bird's nest.
I have an interesting dream. I had this was like a year ago or so. Um, in my dream, like the night before, my sister had talked to me about how she had a huge ingrown hair on her leg, and she was like, it was like a foot long, and I was like, that's gross. And what happened is in my dream, I woke up and all I saw was this. It was like it wasn't me. I couldn't tell if it was me or not, but it was a person. In the dream I thought they were me, and it was like this. I had like a blue square background, and you know how like when you're creating characters in video games, how it's just like a blank face just looking around, and you can like look around it. So what was happening is you could like look around it, but it was me. I thought it was me in the dream, but it was bald and it had a big white spot on the top of its head. And then for some reason, two arms reached up and pushed it up, and like a huge white head came out, and a whole head of hair popped out of this huge zit. And I was like, and in my dream, I woke up and I was like, what did I just dream? And I had like this creepy, like grossed out feeling, and I was like looking for ingrown hairs on my body after that.
Why? That's nasty.
It
Boy.
freaked me out, dude. I had like I kept on like it was reoccurring too. It happened like twice.
God.
Okay.
Sean, do you have anything?
I have a dream. I mean, it's not super interesting, but I wrote it down.
Okay.
So basically, this happened a while ago. I'm in like this house with some random people, and I start digging into the floor like I'm in Minecraft. It's like a bunch of boxes, like blocks, and I throw them out of the way, and I fall down into like another world, okay? And it's like a giant desert, and I see a gas station. A single gas station. And I keep walking until I find this like cave. And basically there's a bunch of like rocks and blue glowy lights and stuff. Then I came to this like water slide. I went down it, and I appeared in I'm not gonna say it. It's a very popular water park around these parts. There'd be like raptors up there and stuff.
Boy.
I'm gonna say it.
No.
Pterodactyl Peninsula.
Yeah, that's it. And then I went back to the desert somehow. And then there was a UFO that appeared and started shooting at me. So I hid inside the gas station. And then I went back down the water slide. And then this time I was in some fancy hotel, and literally everyone from school basically was there. All right, you guys were there. In fact, I talked to William. This was kind of like a lucid dream. Like I was kind of aware that I was dreaming. And
Ooh.
and then William was like, "Yo, you want to find the treasure? You got to find something with this number on it."
Wait, Sean, this really happened though.
What?
I was like, hey,
Yeah.
you want to find the? I was like, hey, you want to find the treasure, Sean? And then you know.
That's
Remember
right.
that?
It did happen. Yep.
Yeah, dude, I was watching this from
Yeah.
a little while away.
But then
Don't-
I come to this warehouse with this box with that number on it. And I open the box. Guess what's inside? Donuts.
Scissors.
Woo!
Oh, you told me about this dream.
Yeah, I think I did.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
This was like last year, dude.
Yeah, that's old. And it was weird because I was aware that this was happening.
It was a lucid dream. That usually happens. Lucid
Yeah.
dreams you don't really stop lucid dreaming until your goal is accomplished.
Right.
I have like lucid dreams all the time.
Me too.
Until-
It's the worst when you're dreaming and you realize that you're in the dream, and immediately when that happens, you wake up.
Oh yeah.
That's the worst.
What
'Cause
happens
you
in
just
my dreams
broke it.
is certain lucid dreams. I kind of have a knowledge of what has to happen when I go to when I wait when I start having a lucid dream. It's always like I have a knowledge of how I'm gonna get out of the dream. So
Yeah.
like, so it's like if I talk to somebody, I will stop. And a lot of my dreams are like that, where it's like if I talk to anybody, I will stop lucid dreaming, and that happens a lot. But then other times it's like you have to finish, you have to beat the thing, and you can talk as much as you want.
My dreams are like really mundane nightmares. Like really just like super chill, like
That's
things that would like mildly peeve me in real life. Those are like the dreams I have. Otherwise I don't remember them, but like things like the dream where I was at a pawn shop and I was buying like bird figurines and statues for my bird collection that I have. And I get a whole bunch of them, like a cart full, and I like scan them all at the pawn shop counter place. And they're
Scan
like,
them.
that'll be like all this money. And I was like, okay. And then I gave them the money, and they didn't give me the bird things back. They're like, thanks, bye. And I was like, no, but give me the bird things. They're like, no. And I was like, ah, my money. Dang
I
it. That's it. That's the whole
Oh,
dream. That's my
darn.
mundane
I have
nightmare.
similar dreams to that, where it's like you get something really awesome, but then it's swiftly taken away from you. And it's always the worst.
I used to get dreams like all the time when I was younger about having the force, right? I could use the force, and I woke up and I was just like really, really disappointed.
Like ultra freaking Star Wars nerd.
Oh my god.
What time?
So,
You go, Ben.
okay, so basically, like a couple days ago, I remembered all of my dreams from the past year all at once, and some of them were really
What?
realistic, and I couldn't remember.
Were you
I
on
had this weird
drugs?
Twilight.
Your third eye was open.
I don't know. I just woke up and I could remember all of them, and they were really vivid, and I couldn't remember what was
Ben is a
reality and what was fake. So I was stumbling around the house like, what is real? What is not
That
real?
sounds horrible. Like every
This hap-
dream you have, like where you go to sleep and you wake up and you're like, man, I didn't have a dream. They're all just being stored and they're gonna crash upon you one day. You're like, oh
yeah.
no.
I
Okay,
like
I-
recently I had this dream where I could not tell that this wasn't reality. Like I woke up and I had told somebody that that it was legitimate. Like for some reason this really happened to me, but I could not distinguish one from the other. And what was happening in the dream is I walked down a hallway and I looked down one end, and one of you guys was waving to me. I looked down and I saw another hallway, and Kiev was waving at me. And I looked over on Kiev's one of my friends, one of my other friends. And then I looked over and there was just like somebody else waving at me that I can't remember. And for some reason I thought that was reality, even though now saying it, it was like it sounds so obscene.
No, like hold up. I think I've had that exact same thing before because I remember in like 6th or 5th grade or something. It was like the morning recess you got, right? In the morning where they just shoved you outside and didn't let you come in. And I like walked outside and I wanted to hang out with Ben and I saw Ben like in the field like full body waving, but I was like okay, that's cool. And so like I started walking over, but then I like turned around and like Ben was there behind me. And he's like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And I was like, "Yo, what? You were just in the field like that way." But then he wasn't and I was like, "Did I just like hallucinate Ben waving to me in the field? What's happening right now?"
Yeah, this
It
has
was,
happened
it
to
was
me as well.
spooky.
This has happened to me as well, sort of.
Spooky.
Wait, in real life or in a dream?
In real life, that happened.
Oh,
I
wait,
thought
what?
I hallucinated you existed.
Okay, not that exactly.
I'm just a figment of your imagination, Gage.
Yes, you died in a car crash 2 years
Really?
ago. I have to move on.
So I had a
Yeah.
dream. I think this was back in like 6th grade or something like that. So we were down in the middle school, and I was sitting in class. This is all in a dream. Didn't realize it. I was totally aware. Like I thought I was living it, right? And I was sitting in class, and I look around, and first of all, I can't read anything. Everything is like a blur, and it's like random gibberish, right? So that was weird.
Mhm.
I look over at Travis. Travis was sitting next to me. And I try talking to him. And-
Why? I'm just joking.
And he doesn't respond. So I get up, I go out in the hall, go to my locker. I try to unlock it, but again, all the numbers are like gibberish. I can't read it.
That's usually a sign that you're dreaming,
Right.
alright? Is like you can't
Yeah.
read things.
And Travis comes up behind me again. I don't know why Travis is in the stream, but he is.
Oh no.
And he touches my shoulder, which is
Oh, no.
creepy. So I turn around and he's like, "Hey, you're dreaming." And immediately I wake up. And it was weird.
That's
The
really
weirdest.
weird.
Weirdest like
Dude,
experience I've
God.
ever had.
If that ever happened, that's a really, really good lucid dream trigger. Like, you were so close to having a lucid dream. If you just tried to read something, like actively tried to read it, and you were just like, I can read this now, and then you could read it,
Hmm.
like in a lucid
No,
That's
that
something.
generally in a dream, regardless of if it's not, you can't read anything.
Also,
Because your dream isn't like your brain can't make like things that elaborate like text and things like that.
your dreams
Mm.
can't make like people's faces really, or they can't make random people's faces. So it's always either
So
someone
it's
you know.
always someone you've
Yeah.
seen in your
Yeah.
life. That's so
Yeah,
weird
that's
to
a
me.
thing.
The thing about lucid dreaming is, in lucid dreams, it's usually triggered by you being able to create something in your dream that wasn't there before. And so where he could have read something, in quotations, read something, he wasn't actually reading it. If he would have successfully read it, it would have more been him creating what it had said, and that would have triggered a lucid dream. Because if you successfully do something like that, your lucid dream gets triggered, which this happens to like this. That's how I lucid dream. Is I attempt to do something. I don't usually read, but I attempt to do something that would trigger
Like,
a lucid dream.
A really common one is change the color of the floor. Like, you just try to change the color of the floor, and then it changes color, and you're like, hey, I'm dreaming. And that's really what triggers it, is when you realize that you're dreaming. And
What the hell, man?
So-
I can't trigger my lucid. I can't trigger my dreams at all because I never dream. I just sleep and then wake up.
Yeah, me too. I never remember them.
I've tried so hard. William, you say you lucid dream sometimes or often. What's your favorite thing to do in a lucid?
My favorite thing to do in a lucid dream, usually jumping really high. Almost all of my lucid dreams take place in my property, and so like I'll just go out in the field. For some reason, in almost all of my lucid dreams, there is a huge tree house in the middle of my yard. That's just like a
Magic
thing that
treehouse.
reoccurs. It's just like a magic tree house, and
Oh my
I'll,
god,
like-
those are the greatest.
my favorite thing to do is just to like stand and then just jump as high as I can.
Cool.
Diet Coke is terrible.
Diet Coke is anything. Wow.
Pretty terrible.
Like honestly, worst pop I've had on the podcast.
Oh, man. I've actually looked up like tutorials on YouTube on how to lucid dream, and I can never do it.
Oh, same.
But man, the
I
mind
haven't had one
is
yet.
amazing.
I really want to.
You know what is even worse than lucid dreaming? Is sleep paralysis.
I was
because
just gonna say, yeah.
it's a lucid
Yes, I
dream,
was
but you
just-
can't move.
I love all those guys that are like, yeah, lucid dreaming is great, but you might have this horrible side effect where you want to die. It's like, oh,
Yeah, because if you lucid dream, if you basically sleep paralysis is a lucid dream, but you can't move, and creepy things happen, and you start thinking of dark things, and the world just falls apart around you, and you want to die. It's the worst.
So,
Yeah, the
you're
actual
conscious.
yeah. Go ahead.
You're conscious, but then you think of something that really terrifies you, it will appear.
Yeah, so the definition of
What were you gonna say, Sean?
sleep paralysis, yeah, it's I believe you're actually awake, but there's different stages to sleep, right? So you're in the stage where your body is actually paralyzed, because when you go to sleep, your body paralyzes itself, so you don't actually act out dreams. So basically, you can wake up while your body is actually paralyzed, and your mind basically keeps dreaming, I guess. And things will appear right in front of you in real life, like as you're laying in bed, and it's creepy. Never
Wait,
happened to
so
me.
like, wait. So like, you can hallucinate things, right? But what if someone's like actually there when you wake up
You
from
will
sleep
you will
paralysis?
hallucinate them being creepy. Like no joke. Kiev was staying at my house one time, and Kiev was sleeping next to me, and in my dream, I dreamt that Kiev, well, whatever was in the bed, got up and started and came over to my bed to wake me up, and it freaking was Kiev. I woke up and I was like, God dang it!
Oh my god, that's weird. Dreams are spooky.
Dreams.
So basically, the
fact
only
that
thing
they
you
can
can
be
move are your
influenced by
eyes.
That just sounds like a really like terrible experience. Like you're just stuck there completely paralyzed, just moving your eyes. Like, ugh,
You know what's even
It's no
worse is when
fun.
you fall
Like
asleep in
that-
large spaces and have sleep paralysis.
Yeah. Imagine falling asleep in the middle of like a school gymnasium with all the lights off,
oh
just
no.
having all that open space.
Like falling asleep in my living room is bad enough. Like
Is this all we have to cover on dreams? Have we hit everything?
Pretty much. Basically, the mind is an amazing thing. Let's move on now.
Yeah, but don't trust it
Alright.
because your mind is a horrible thing as well.
Yeah,
that can
right.
apparently cause school shootings, as we are about to talk about.
Oh
Alright.
boy, hitting this
Oh.
one for a second time.
Woo.
I have a good explanation on this if
We're
you
gonna talk
wanna
about
hear
clear
that, but-
backpacks. Apparently, see-through, translucent backpacks made out of like see-through plastic and saran wrap.
Yeah, I'm
For
sure.
some-
or
I'm sure Ben has a
mesh.
good explanation for this. So.
Alright, hang on, let me yeah. Okay. So basically there's schools that are trying to make people wear see-through backpacks like mesh or something so you can see what's in them so people don't bring weapons to school. But these kids are like, "Oh, that's not fair because we shouldn't just be forced to do this
Then
just
you
because
can
of
see
one
my
stupid kid's
guns.
Yeah, we shouldn't be forced to do this just because of one stupid kid's actions. But these are the same kids that are saying that we should ban all guns, but we shouldn't ban all guns just because of one stupid kid's action. Ah, fucking
Um,
hypocrites.
I already
Getting
see
apart.
like the biggest oversight. Like the oversight of a giraffe is like if they wanted to bring a weapon to school, they could easily still hide it within that see-through backpack,
Yes.
within their like on their person, or just like through another method,
Well,
or
it's
just
like just whoa, if I stick the gun in the binder and then put it in the backpack, wow, you know.
so it's already like a flawed system.
And
Wait, about to hit you with shot two. About to hit you with shot two.
oh,
Ooh.
but
Ooh.
really, a lot of school shootings happen from an outside source, so it doesn't have to be a person who actually goes to the school. It could be someone who just walks in and shoots it up. But also, if you really, really, really wanted to, you could take a car and just ram it through the front of the building. Or really, you could take a car and just run kids over while they're going to the buses. Like, there's no way to stop this violence, right? So
Like,
clear,
That's it, Sean. Just
it's-
give people ideas.
It like I can see where they're coming from. Like I'm not entirely against it, really. It's your
No, no.
backpack. You're
Yeah.
carrying your books and your binder in it. Like it was never a big deal to begin with. So like I can understand why some people are upset, but at the same time it seems like a decision that was made in good faith that just was
right.
incredibly not thought out in the
No,
first place.
I picture like some crafty mom crafting her little son like a saran wrap backpack like that she found on Pinterest, you know.
Yeah.
Pinterest.
It's like, oh, check out this cool thing, and then schools are like, this should be the standard. This should be our new
Well,
thing.
The thing about it is, is even though I personally think it was made in good intentions. You could disagree with me because that is a way to do it. But like, whoa, my dad just walked in. Feces.
All right.
Oops.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Well-
like see-through backpacks. The number of people it's going to stop is exactly 0. Like, cause no one's gonna be dumb enough to bring it in their backpack anymore. They're just
Right.
gonna do it through other means. It's like you eliminated one variable, but just left all the other ones because
And
Like,
really,
at this point, it's gonna be like you have to come to school wearing a thong every day.
yeah.
yeah.
And then people are just gonna hide it in their
Alright.
prison pockets.
Like, how could you really? They could take a pair of scissors and kill a bunch of people. Like, think about
Like,
it. A pencil.
Jeez, Sean, you're so violent. You're just like,
Yeah.
well, these people could be killing each other
why
with their
are you-
bare hands. Like, well, Sean, chill.
So there's
Yeah,
no way
and
to
stop
stop this.
giving
So.
Wait. I have the solution. Why don't we just make it illegal to shoot up schools, guys?
Whoa!
Yeah, come on. If we just made it illegal, people won't do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, guys.
How do we not think of this?
We need to take this to the higher ups, guys.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright. Let's start a petition. Alright, we're gonna start an online petition.
We're gonna start an
It's
online
gonna be-
petition. And make
Start an online position.
Kickstarter.
Make school shootings illegal. No, we have to pander to them. We have to stoop to their level. Be like, you can't shoot up your school or your mom gay.
Oh,
That'll get people's attention.
definitely.
Wow.
Though, what if they hit us with the no you? What happens then?
Oh,
then we counter it with another no you or a reverse card.
Okay, got it.
No
what
you
other
squared.
reverse card comes into.
I prefer a reverse card. It's a little more classy.
What if there's
Yeah,
another one?
it is. All right, I think we hit that topic pretty hard. If no one has anything else to say on it,
Wait, I have
Yeah.
one more thing to say.
okay.
I don't think I'm the only person who actually thinks clear backpacks is a stylish thing. I mean, if you agree with me, raise your hand because I think that crap is sexy.
This is an audio
Yep,
medium.
let's raise our hand on audio media.
Medium.
Is. Yep.
Okay.
You're welcome, William. Anyways,
Figuratively raise your hand because I like
Okay.
clear backpacks. Like I saw a guy with a clear fanny pack yesterday, and I was like, that's kind of cool.
I saw it today too.
Boy,
okay,
um,
okay.
was it the biggest jock in school?
Yeah, it was
Yes,
the biggest
it
joke in
was.
school.
Oh no! Woo! You can hit that story if you want, William. You can provide context.
Okay, so I was majorly screwed in the butthole recently.
Why?
there was
Why
this,
you gotta say it like that?
There was this play we're auditioning for, which I'm not allowed to tell you guys because we know that most of you guys live at our school. You
Live
don't
at
like
our
go there. You actually live there. You are squatters at our school. But anyway,
Homeless
I was
people.
auditioning for this part of a part of this huge, awesome
Jesus.
jock dude, and then the gayest person you'll ever meet in your life. Like,
We're not talking like gay as an
no,
insult.
I'm
We're
not talking
like,
gay. Like I'm okay with homosexuality, but when somebody takes it this far and like acts the way they do, he also probably has like ADD or whatever. But he's so annoying, and he got the freaking part, and I'm like, I didn't even get to audition, which is the weirdest thing because you're supposed to be allowed to audition for the part if you write your name on the freaking audition sheet. But no, they were just like, screw William's audition sheet. We're not going to let him audition for I only got to audition for like one of the three. No, I did get to audition for Miss Malloy, but I only got one audition for the other one I wanted.
And I even
hate my
went
life.
to the teacher and asked if he could, like, try out for the part.
And
he was like,
it's dumb because like William, his personality would fit it perfectly. He could pull it off really easily.
Definitely.
And also,
He basically
I'm the only person
already
in the
is a
class-
jock.
I'm like the only person in the class that actually plays sports.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Get out of here. big, and then this ultra gay person who got the role is he's like,
Is the
I'm
biggest
the
jock in
biggest
school.
I'm the biggest jock in the school. Like, oh my
And
god.
he wears a clear fanny pack.
Like,
Which William thinks is
boy.
I actually do like the clear fanny pack, but I hate everything about it. I hate
Yeah,
everything.
it's like when Dylan says something that you agree with, you're like, ah, Dylan said it, but he's right. Damn it. It's just you don't want to admit that they're right, and you don't want to admit that what they're doing is right because you don't like them as a person, but you have to put aside your bias to not be a freaking brainlet.
Yeah. Because even if you are decide to just be a big fat douche, you're lowering yourself to their level. You know.
Yeah.
I have to go take a whiz again.
Oh my
Come
god.
on, Willie.
You have diabetes.
Yeah. Guys, I have
Excessive
frequent
use.
urination. Guys, I think I have diabetes. Oh no.
All right, we're gonna give them a little bit of time to get back, and then we're gonna right on to number 4 thing.
Yeah.
So be ready for that.
Oh, hang on, let me check what number 4 thing is. Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah. In the meantime,
Oh boy.
you guys like jazz?
Meh.
Yes. William,
Alright.
get your saxophone in here.
Yeah, come on, saxophone player.
Yeah, you're letting us
Jazz
down.
is alright. Ooh, wait.
Um,
I can supply
I'm done.
some great
I'm
music.
finished.
Hold
I
on.
did it.
Oh boy.
Just
Can't
to let
do it.
everyone know, we're not recording on a Thursday. We're recording on a
Oh,
Tuesday.
my ear.
Same
earbuds
difference.
got unplugged.
We were gonna record yesterday, but I ended up taking a nap when we
Yeah,
were supposed
we
to
were all like-
record.
Sean, that is literally ear rape.
Thank you.
Ah!
Dies.
Sorry.
By the way, that's a $6 instrument. I have a $900 version that
Yeah.
doesn't sound much different.
Nice. I love music.
Yeah.
Except for guitars. Guitars have severe, like not severe, but major differences in their quality depending on like price and brand.
Oh yeah,
and
you
stuff.
go buy $100 flute, you're gonna play it, and then you're gonna play $1,000 flute, and you're gonna be like, these were pretty similar. And then you buy a $100 guitar, you're like, the action is a mile high. And then you go buy a $2,000 guitar, and you're like, I don't even have to touch the strings in order for them to make sound. I can just look at it. That's how good the action is.
I just look at the strings and they already know what I. All right, so number 4, let's go.
Oh, okay. So I have a few questions. First one is, how did you all people get into metal, and why do you like metal? Do you like it for the community, or the music, or both, or things like?
Joe pressured me into liking it, and I was like, fine, Joe, you can be my friend about it. And then I was like, wait a minute, I actually like this. I like the sound. I like the.
Wasn't I the one that pressured you into it after Joe?
Yeah, Joe was.
Joe was the kind of person. Joe was like, listen to Slipknot, only listen to Slipknot, just listen to Slipknot, just this one song, and he made it really unappealing. But then I was like, check out these cool bands you might like.
Yeah, and then you were
William.
like, oh, here's A Vader, and here's what other bands did you show me? You showed me
Korn.
Bernstein, Korn, Volbeat, and I was like, bro, these are legit. Korn actually is probably the most responsible for getting me into metal, because I was like, I like the sound of this.
The best bass tone in the world.
Oh yeah, the best bass tone. By definition, the best bass tone in the world.
And Joe is over here like, listen to Slipknot, and we're like,
That was William like last year though. To me.
yeah.
He was like,
That's
hey, listen.
That's because. Okay, Sean, I can explain myself. That was because that was after I had listened to Korn and all the actual good stuff, and I figured that I was gonna do the same thing. I was gonna progress you in the same way that Gage and Joe had progressed me.
Yeah. But
And-
no, I
and not
thank
to
you
s-
because I actually enjoyed that. I enjoy
And
Slipknot.
not to say that Slip.
Ben, you sound like you sound like crap.
You keep cutting
You
out.
Well-
gotta. Yeah, just repeat what
Great.
you just said.
Hold on. Not to say that Slipknot's a bad band. I mean, that's not what we're saying here. But
Yeah,
That's what
but
I said.
Slipknot isn't Avatar.
They're
Yeah.
that band where it's like you cannot deny that they're a fine band and they make good music, but you want to. You're like, yeah, they definitely
The thing
thing.
is it's like this. We made a really good song, and everybody's like, we applaud you for that. Oh, how do we make another good song? But they copy and paste that song, and then you're like,
30
it
different
actually
times.
was a good song. It was a good song, but it's like it's the same song as the song before it.
Guys, let's make a whole album.
Five Finger has a similar problem. Like, I'm not dissing any of the bands that do this. Like, a lot of people interpret it as like their style in their method of music, but when the similarities in riffs and tone and like even lyrics and as far as drums and things are like nearly identical, to which you could cross-reference them and be like, yeah, these are incredibly similar, and the only major differing parts are
Metallica.
Metallica. No,
AC/DC.
Metallica just has a style.
no, yeah, I don't think Metallica falls under that. They're very unique. Five Finger, if you've listened to a majority of their content, they're very, very similar.
Speaking of Five Finger Death
No
Punch, when you Gage were like, hey, you want to come to a Five Finger Death Punch concert? And I was like, yes, I do. I was then like, I'm going to listen to all of their music, and I did, and I enjoyed it. And I hadn't listened to Five Finger before that.
Yeah, they're a good band.
No
Maybe
One
that's
Gets Left Behind has like the exact same riff as another song. I can't remember what, but it's like
Okay, bye, Ben.
I think you're cutting out, Ben.
that's mine. Okay, I'm gonna take a break for a little bit.
No, I think he's doing that. No, I think he's doing that thing where he talks at very awkward times, like pauses at times where it seems like he's cutting out.
Go underneath the blanket again, dude.
Speak fluent
hang on.
sentences.
I'm gonna get under my blanket.
Yeah, see, he's fine
You
now.
sound significantly better underneath the blanket.
Anyways, back on the topic of how we got into metal and stuff. I actually got into it from my father, who listened to metal, and I used to go with him to work when I was a youngling, and he would be playing it in that truck, and I got into things like Bodies by Drowning Pool, and oddly enough, like the song Cannibal and Destroyer by Static X, those two songs I've heard a lot, and I like those. And that's really what got me into metal. Also, Mudvayne. I remember being at my mom's and having like a Now That's What I Call Rock CD, and for some reason a Mudvayne song was on there, and I was like, yo, I really like this. I want to listen to more of this band. And then I did, and I was like, holy cow, this is freaking rad. And that's how I got into metal.
Also, Mudvayne. When I was telling bands that Gage told me to listen to, Mudvayne was one. Very good. They're very inspirational.
Yeah, Gage told me to listen to them too. Pretty good. How I got into metal, basically, my parents, I mean, they don't listen to like jazz or pop or anything like that. They listen to rock, metal, like not super heavy metal, but metal like Metallica. I got some AC/DC and some classic rock and stuff like that. So obviously, like I didn't start out like super soft, okay? But then, William, I think you introduced me to Slipknot last year, or like almost 2 years ago now, and I think that's what kind of kicked it off.
I don't want to take credit for this. Like, this isn't something I want to completely take credit for, but I'm pretty sure me and somewhat Joe, like, okay, maybe 50-50, me and Joe are the entire reason that everyone in the band listens to metal, and
Yeah.
some of my friends as well. Because Shad only listened to country when I met him, and then I told him to listen to metal, and we both got into metal, and we went our separate ways, like we weren't friends. He listened to different kinds of metal, and then he rounded back around, and he started listening to Avatar, and Shad was actually the reason I discovered Avatar. And then I just started spreading it like wildfire. But like, I'm the reason William listens to metal. I'm the reason Ben listens to metal. I'm the reason, subsequently, that means like Sean, because William showed you and I showed William. It all leads back to me, except for
Yeah.
Joe, who listened to metal in the first place. And Joe was the reason I was friends with William, who was friends with everyone, and it just like a dramatic series of events of coincidences.
We cannot thank Joe for much, but we thank him for this.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Joe, you laggy boy.
So before I was introduced to metal, right, I would really only listen to the music that my parents listened to, and I'm ashamed to say this, but I also listened to soundtracks, movie and video game soundtracks. That was like all I listened to. I didn't listen to my own music, what I liked really, and
Freaking Undertale.
I'm gonna be a freaking cringy, ultra cringe lord at the end of this video when we recommend our music. Watch, I'm gonna recommend something.
Alright.
That's
Freaking I hate you, Gage.
Shut up! No, no, it's the only acceptable OST. Shut up. You're wrong. He already knows what I'm talking about. Damn. Anyways, yeah.
Which one is it? Is it the one that has to do with the, or is it the one that's like, oh my god, I discovered how to do this?
The first one. The.
Okay.
I think.
That
I don't know
one's
if
a
we're
little-
thinking of the
that one-
same.
That one's a little better than, oh my god, I figured out how to do this.
Yeah. I mean, hold on a minute. Before we get into the next question,
Wait,
I actually have
just to confirm that we were talking about the same thing. You're gonna get tattoos about it on your hand.
Yes.
Okay. Then
Yes.
I have content.
All right, just give me
Gage.
1 second.
Oh,
Hey, you want to talk about how Gage just has a small small schlong?
yes,
Yep.
Yeah.
Tiny.
that's
Tiny as
microscopic.
frick. Yeah.
yep.
You know how Mr.
You
Kiefer's
would know. You
teaching
touched
us?
it.
You want to know how Mr. Kiefer is? Shut up. You want to know how Mr. Kiefer? Why Mr. Kiefer is teaching us how to use freaking microscopes? Is so that for some reason, someday, we can see Gage's schlong. Just someday.
Yeah,
This is preparing us for the future.
Yes.
finally something I can use. Woohoo!
I have content on music.
I said you
Now
better
I got
wait.
into music if we want to do that.
Wait, boy.
Wow.
Cause Gage.
Okay, actually, I had
It's
to
on
go
the
and
same
check the name
question,
of the song I was gonna reference. I forgot, but I found it, and I was here the whole time. I was just muted. So.
Oh.
Anyways, next question,
Question.
Ben.
Oh, next question. All right. So I just wanted to ask: is anybody else just really randomly, weirdly attracted to lesbians?
Lesbians.
Lesbians?
Yes.
Lesbians. Not particularly.
I can neither confirm nor deny your question.
William's gonna need to see his lawyer.
All right.
Not really.
Sean,
Sean.
speak.
Not really.
Speak on this issue.
Yeah,
All
no.
right.
Meh.
Cause it's weird.
Sean,
Cause
like-
Like, not that I'm weirded out. Like, not that no, I haven't openly discuss it, but like, I'm not that at
And
all.
why on the freaking podcast?
Yeah.
no. I thought it was. Gage said it was
I'm gonna
okay.
edit this out.
Really?
No, I don't know.
Did I
Okay,
say it
that's
was okay?
okay.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Where
you
did I
s-
say it was okay?
Yeah, you said. I said I have a questionable question, and you said. Yeah, soon.
Okay,
Just
I
wait.
have another question for you.
There is
Any-
backstory.
does
Where's the
any-
backstory, Ben?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, I've had like 3 crushes, and I didn't find out all of the, or apparently all of them, were lesbians, and I was like, whoa. Oops.
Clearly, the answer is to get a sex change, Ben.
Wait, I have
All right.
a question. Does anybody else think that dogs are extremely attractive and that you just really want to go at that? Does anybody else think that? Does anybody tell me? You know,
I think it's
know?
getting time to end the podcast, guys.
We're roasting Ben a lot.
Are you
I
hype?
realize.
I think you're hyperbolizing that a bit. Calm down.
My lad.
Yeah, don't
I
be so
am.
mean.
I am.
Anyways, I guess Ben, do you have another question?
I had one. It was kind of weak. Where do you want to be in 20 years? As a band or as a person? But that's
In a band, famous.
Yeah, I was just
Awesome.
gonna say
Famous band things.
one word. Famous.
Making music.
Famous.
Just want to be
Alright.
famous.
I have a story.
All right, William, hit us
It's
with
not
that
gonna be
story.
freaking weird or anything. But yesterday, when me and Ben and Sean were waiting for you to come online, I went inside to go grab a snack, and inside there was a bird inside my house running against the window like over and over and over again, and I was like, please stop, Burb.
Oh
And he was like, I will not stop. And he kept on running into the window, and then I later saw that he was bleeding from his nose, and he
Oh
kept,
no!
and I was like,
From his
"Oh,
nose.
goodness gracious," or his beak, or I don't know what you call it on a bird.
The beak.
But
Jesus
the
Christ.
no, it wasn't from his mouth. It was like the two breathy boys. But anyway,
His beak.
but
yeah,
anyway, I put on a pair of gloves, and then he was like all freaked out, and I got up to him, and he was like breathing like, and I was like, oh geez, and so I grabbed him, I cupped him in my hands, and I was like, you'll be all right. I just talked to him, and he got all calm, and then I opened the door with my elbow. He flew out the open into the sky, and he chirped. He actually chirped as he was leaving.
Savior of
That was-
burbs.
Dude, jeez!
Well done. Well done,
Beautiful.
William. You're a hero. I thought I had one more thing. Oh, we
We
need
do.
to brief over this quickly.
We do.
Last band practice, there was an event that happened that was very similar to a story that occurred last on a previous podcast. But last time we were at band practice, we were all outside goofing around and not being productive band members like we should be. But don't tell anyone you said that. And we decided to do things on the trampoline because trampolines are fun. And whilst on the trampoline, William decided he very much needed to use the bathroom, and not like he has several times on this podcast. No, he had to do the other thing. He's like, guys, I'm just gonna do it like right over here. And so he did the poop run over into this little in between these trees, but we could still very much see him from the trampoline. He was not disguising himself very well, and he just kind of like popped a squat there, and everyone else in the band except for Sean comes into this later, just witnessed William do his business. We couldn't look away. It was like a car crash. We're like, oh no, he's actually doing it. Why would he not just go into his house? We're not far away from the house. The house is usually like maybe an extra 100 feet from where he's at. He could have made it really easily, but no, he's going to this clearing of trees, and he's just gonna pop down right there.
The worst thing was there was like a wall of like 4 trees on each side of me, and I for some reason was right in the middle.
Yeah, like you could have been anywhere else.
I
then,
thought that was covered.
And then you're just sitting there, and you look back, and you're just like, I need toilet paper.
Which
Right.
I had to
So,
go and fetch.
So we decided
Wait,
that
what?
Ben should be as the roadie. He should be the
Or-
one to do the job.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
so he ran
Yeah,
back to the
Sean.
studio.
No,
Don't take
'cause-
credit.
no,
that was
'cause-
my biggest accomplishment in
Sorry.
life.
No, you asked me for the toilet paper. I got you the toilet paper, and that's when I came out.
Yeah,
And
and
I
we
saw
delivered
everything.
it back, and William cleaned himself appropriately and finished up. He took his shirt off, as he did. I've already discussed the story on the podcast. I think I did. About William. He can't poop without his shirt off. If I haven't, I'm just gonna brief over it. Back at the spooky hour of the house, when we were all at Joe's house and the power went out, it was very spooky and we were all spooked. William had to use the bathroom, and me and our other friend Kruger were like, we're gonna scare him really good. And so we we ripped open the door and yelled really loud. And I didn't see it because I was on the other side. But Kruger just like falls on the floor and starts laughing. And we're like, why? What's so funny? And Kruger's just like, he has his shirt off while he's in the toilet. He literally just had his shirt off. Like, who? Why? What?
At least.
And now
he
I have to
does-
wonder if you do it at school too.
I don't
you
go
just-
to freaking school.
You gotta throw your shirt over the stall and like take a power stance over the toilet. Like, I don't understand.
Also, with this story, bringing it back to the story back at band practice, I discovered something about Sean. If you leave him alone for long enough, he will put on ear protection and start drumming as loud as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not okay.
Did you guys not
It sounds
hear me
pretty
out there?
okay. I did hear you.
Okay.
I could very vaguely hear you in the distance. Oh my god, that's loud.
I opened the door and it was like unleashing a wave of sound, and I'm just like,
All right, we better finish up.
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, how long have we been recording approximately?
56 minutes.
All right,
Oh,
we're
that's pretty
about at
good.
the end. Yeah, that was actually really good. There's very little done other than Ben being a stupid idiot.
Hey Ben,
Like
how
you
about
could even get that. You can even get it all done today, Sean. Wink, wink.
Oh, I don't think so, boy.
Hey, tomorrow's a late start. If you wake up at about the
Yeah,
time you
come
usually-
on, Sean. Yeah, but anyways, we have song recommendations and then some stupid outro thing if anyone has statements, and then we'll be done. So, song recommendations, go, people.
I would like to recommend the song, oh poop, what's it called? I freaking forget. Oh yeah, Angel, Engel, like it's spelled angel, but without the A. Wait, with the E replaced with an E, by Rammstein. Very good.
All right, Gage.
I was not prepared
Oh,
for this.
me?
Let's hear it.
Okay, I would like to recommend a despair-filled farewell from the Shadow of the Colossus OST. Soundtrack. It's a really good song, and it plays during my favorite Colossus fight. So go check that out. It is
Oh,
composed by
it's
a
also-
guy named Kao Otani or something. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I don't speak
It's-
weeb.
It's also called. It's also, in case you want the slang term, it's
Oh. Why do we call it that exactly? Yeah, okay, I get it now. Thank you for that.
Mr.
All right.
Propagandist. It's your turn.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for this. I don't know. Let's just go with The Pot by Tool.
I called it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was gonna try to do something different, but I couldn't think of it.
But you're
Go on.
not an original boy.
Right, yeah. Pretty
Yep.
much.
I'm gonna
All right, Ben, hit us with that recommendation.
Dark Necessities by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Ooh,
Good song.
groovy.
I love that song. Yep.
Nice.
All right. Does anyone have any closing statements?
Want to
I'm
do a
gay.
run-on
You're
sentence?
gay. We're all gay.
A run-on sentence? Okay,
Yes.
let's do that.
Wait. Let's go from bottom to top, and then repeating.
So Sean, William, me,
Nope.
Ben.
Yes.
And we gotta go like really super quick.
The.
No,
Only.
Purple.
way.
2.
What?
Ben. Oh my God. Restart. God, Ben, you're retarded. Sean, go.
The.
Only.
Way.
2.
Dive.
Retarded.
What?
You can dive retarded. I've done it before.
Is
Funny.
Hopping.
Near.
flailing.
Streams.
Of.
Whale.
semen.
And
Skateboarding.
Is
For
Legos.
Okay, bye.
whoa, hold up. Don't stop
No,
yet.
just
No.
End it right there.
Did you stop recording?
No?
Okay. This has been Gage and I muted myself. This has been Gage from Gage, William, Sean, and Ben from the band Bird on the channel Official Bird. That is the channel you're on right now, watching the video on that channel called Official Bird, because we are the band Bird, and we have chosen that name because we are the only official Bird, the only band with that name Bird, because we are the Official Bird, and that is the channel you are watching this on right now. Okay, thanks. Bye, dudes.
See ya, losers.
I'm gay.
Me too.
You heard it here first.